folks, welcome back to 5-Minute Monarchs with Miss Becky. Last week we saw how the caterpillar changes into that beautiful green chrysalis, and this week we are going to talk about and see what happens when the caterpillar is ready to emerge from the chrysalis as a butterfly. Now, when that caterpillar went into a chrysalis, it was a caterpillar. So what happens inside the chrysalis to make that caterpillar turn into a butterfly? Some cool science. That caterpillar actually breaks itself down into a liquid, goo, and it rearranges itself into the form of a butterfly. So super cool. Now, as we know, nature is not all just sunshine and rainbows. There are things that can go wrong with the caterpillar or the chrysalis before it can form into a butterfly and emerge. One such thing that actually has a pretty brilliant way of feeding its young is called the tachinid fly. And what it does is it lays its eggs inside the caterpillar before the caterpillar goes into chrysalis. And then in chrysalis, those fly larvae hatch and actually eat the caterpillar inside the chrysalis. And you can tell something is wrong because the chrysalis doesn't quite form right, and you see kind of white stringy stuff hanging down from the chrysalis. So while that is kind of gross, it is nature, and stuff like that does happen. Those tachinid flies have to try to survive too, right? Thankfully, much of the time, those caterpillars do make it safely into chrysalis, and they do emerge. And when they emerge, right before that happens, you'll notice that the green, beautiful chrysalis starts to darken, and it almost gets see-through, where you can see the colors of the monarch as it's formed. And you'll know when it's about to emerge when you can see all those colors coming right through that thin shell of the chrysalis. When that monarch comes out of that chrysalis, there is a special term for that, and it is called eclosing. I don't know why it's called eclosing, but that's what it's called. And when that happens, the chrysalis will split open, just like when the caterpillar was going into chrysalis, its skin split. Well, now the chrysalis splits open and out pops the butterfly, and it looks a little funky. It's got a huge swollen abdomen that is filled with fluid, and its wings are all crumpled up, and it comes out and it just scrambles to grab on to the top of whatever it's holding on to. And a lot of times it grabs right on to the shell of its chrysalis that it just eclosed from. Now, it has to hang upside down for a long period of time to pump all that fluid from its abdomen into its wings. And you'll notice as that happens, the abdomen shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, and the wings stretch out and get flatter. Now, that freshly eclosed monarch butterfly will need several hours to let its wings properly dry before it can fly away. Thankfully, it doesn't need to eat any food, any nectar, for up to a day after it ecloses. It is pretty amazing and awesome how that fat yellow and black and white caterpillar goes into chrysalis, takes its time rearranging itself into the beautiful black and white and orange monarch butterfly. What an incredible transformation. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, friends. Come back next Friday when we will be talking about identifying the parts of a butterfly. It's got some pretty cool things going on with it. We'll see you then. Have a good week.